The honourable member for Halifax Needham.
Mr. Speaker, my question is for the Minister of Health. Tenants at Park Victoria in the south end of Halifax are experiencing infestations of ants, cockroaches and bedbugs. The few sporadic attempts the landlord has made to get rid of the bedbugs have not been effective, and they have spread to 7 floors. I'm sure the minister would agree that this is a public health concern, and tenants are frustrated that the landlord has failed again and again to do anything about it. My question for the minister is, how is he working with other departments to make sure this public health issue is dealt with quickly and doesn't continue to occur?
The Honourable Minister of Health.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The work of the Public Health Office and the Chief Medical Officer of Public Health does take place. I rely, Mr. Speaker, extensively on the recommendations and the input provided by the Chief Medical Officer through Public Health. The inspector staff for the Public Health Division, though, is actually part of the Department of Environment now. There was a change that was made back in 2015. So any work that will be done from an inspection and an assessment of situations, as the member would have described, would actually take place by employees within the Department of Health and the Department of Environment.
The honourable member for Halifax Needham.
Mr. Speaker, my follow-up is for the Minister of Service Nova Scotia. Even though Park Victoria fails again and again to deal with the infestation, its tenants are still paying the same high rent. And at least one tenant has even had their rent increased during the infestation. Some tenants have tried to move out, but there are not many places they can afford to go in Halifax's rental market. So my question is, does the minister acknowledge that if Nova Scotia had rent control like other provinces, big landlords wouldn't be able to demand increasing rents for decreasing quality?
The Honourable Minister of Service Nova Scotia.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And certainly with respect to residential tenancies, the Act, the role that Service Nova Scotia has in really brokering relationships and keeping the communications open between tenants and landlords. We talk about a lot of issues, and many of the issues around the state of facilities, of the units that are rented, and all of the things that go along with that relationship between the tenant and the landlord. But, Mr. Speaker, rent control is not something that's come up in the consultations we have had, numerous with respect to this act that we have here before the House now, and all the conversations that we've had over the last year since I've been here. Rent control is not an issue that either side is focused on, and I don't think that's the solution here. But we'll continue to work together, and things like this particular example, these things are unacceptable. So if we have a role to play, we'll certainly do that. Thanks.